So I came to EMBA with the idea of making a career change and went through the whole process from the beginning of not knowing what I wanted to do at all to resume preparation, interview preparation, all the way through on-campus recruiting, and ended up with accepting a job offer at a high-end consulting firm. The ones that stand out to me were working with the career counselors on translating the things in my resume that were impressive to somebody in the military and translating those into something that would be impressive to recruiters and to hiring managers in the private sector, because they're not always the same thing. So we worked really hard with the career counselors on that. The mock interviews were spectacular, and then working with my classmates on the exam prep. All of that was great, but none of it was as important as using the Wharton network, using the EMBA network to talk with folks in the industries that I went into or that I looked into so that I could know what the day-to-day job is about. That was the most important thing in the interview, was understanding what people liked about the job, what current employees didn't like about the job, why people leave, what they're doing at 4 p.m. on a Tuesday, understanding those little nitty-gritty details so that when you went into the interview, it was clear to the person I was talking with that I'd done my homework and that I knew what this job was going to be. And that the only way to get that knowledge really is to talk with people in the industry, and the most efficient way to talk with people in the industry is to use the Wharton network. Talk with folks, especially the career counselors, that can help you translate your military experience into what hiring managers are going to value. And there'll be certain things in your background that you don't think of as impressive that will be impressive to a hiring manager, but conversely, there are things that you think makes you stand apart from all the other Navy lieutenants or Army captains that are essentially irrelevant for a finance job or a consulting job. And working with people that aren't in the military but understand what those people are looking for is really helpful. I spent, between networking, case interview prep for consulting, although you'll do some of that for finance or other jobs as well, and the other sort of resume work and behavioral questions, I probably spent 10 to 15 hours a week for 3 or 4 months in advance of my interviews. So I felt very well prepared, maybe even a little bit over prepared, but I wouldn't have wanted to do much less.